to tell stories about how I learned what my capabilities were as well as God's capabilities when I was young because I was handled as a child in all the ways that you could possibly muster up to think. By the FBI included, by my mother, by all of her husbands, all of it was done to me. And the FBI knew that I was being handled. Handled! But he wanted to take my mom out drinking on Wednesdays and every other weekend, so they sent me over there to be babysat. And then I was 8 when he wanted to make the lateral move over to the FBI because you see, he was paid by KCPD, Kansas City, Missouri Police Department, undercover, and then he wanted to go work for the FBI. So we had to live on 40 acres inside the city limits for him to be able to do this, which my modeling career paid for. I know how much money they make, bro. I know how much money my grandparents had. There's absolutely nothing that I don't fully understand. So now, when he wanted to go work for the FBI and I'm listening, I listened. You guys were, I don't know, you were watching cartoons. I was eavesdropping on every conversation that's ever happened in the government household. I could tell you everything. My dad was the feds. My mom was an undercover prostitution decoy trying to catch the Westport rapist at the time. My grandfather was a lawyer, and they are inverted. Okay, and that's the Catholic religion. They're all transhumans. They don't have the right size skull. Neither does my baby daddy. My baby daddy and I have the exact same female skull. Now, he had to have his breasts removed several times in life. His brother did too. And now, while I can't speak for his brother, Michael had a, I'm not being mean just because he's my baby dad. I'm trying to tell you what's going on in the world. He had a mum pum. I mean, all them Italians have mum pums, all of them, because they're all bred into this NPC system as far as I'm concerned. So I've never been with an Italian that had the same situation as a non-NPC, you see? I mean, I was just like, maybe that's just a thing. But they have uniballs, some of them, and they ain't working with shit, bro. And size does matter when you're a dick. You know what I'm saying? When you're not a good person, size fucking matters. When you don't know what you're doing, size is the only thing that matters. When I have to tell you, please stop moving, I'll do it myself. That doesn't embarrass you. Don't move. Hold on, just stop moving. I got this. The best orgasm that I've ever had in my entire life, I gave to myself. Second to that, a female gave to me. Okay? I'm just the realest bitch on the planet. I'm just gonna tell you. Which my baby daddy, that seems to be a thing. I'm just giving you my downloads this morning. So my baby daddy picked me out to my best friend on ecstasy and cocaine. And he's like, "Have you ever kissed a girl before?" Well, fuck no, I've never kissed a girl before. But hey, that kind of sounds fun on this ecstasy. I spent 3 days in his mother's bed while she was in Las Vegas with my ex-boyfriend who was 21. And we just lived it up, chewing up fucking blue dolphins, smiling from fucking ear to ear, getting it all fucking weekend. Best time of my life. Now that girl she was not the one that did it for me, but that would have been in prison. And I'll tell you what, I'll tell you the levels to this. They're going to threaten your children, but they're going to do it. The watch list is aliens. When I fucking tell you, when I got to this level of life, and I'm like, I always check for fat rolls and I don't have any, but it's a bad habit. So then I always tell on myself for what I'm doing. And so when you get to this level of life and you're like, Donald Trump must be so smart, because I know I was the cartel. And so there must be a bigger cartel, which is the government. And so when you realize you're smarter than Donald Trump, because that's an actress, that's a transhuman, not having the right size skull and not the right length of arms, okay, you guys? And then he's had breast surgeries just like my baby daddy. I have all the pictures, but I'm not going to provide them. I always say that, and then I do. I'm not. If I say it, that's what the fuck it is. So basically, they're going to threaten your children. But they're going to approach you. They know exactly. I mean, they didn't engage me right this summer, this one time, because I'm going to try to keep this at 6 minutes. But they had this black girl approach me this summer, like that guy was going to be fucking intimidated by that shit. I'm at a hotel and they're there and they're stalking me all day. They're outside, they're jumping a car with no jumper cables and no license plates. You have to fucking pay attention to everything. This bitch fucking walks up on me, knows my dog's name, and I'm not even in the right state, bro. Bitch, you might as well have said my child's name. Huh? My dog, you know SJ? Bitch! What? I don't fucking care. And this mutt keeps saying in my comment section that I talk too much. Bitch, I'll give you my address. Come talk to my face, cunt. What? But you're steadily following me, aren't you? On all my platforms. Commenting on every one of my platforms. You guys are wild with this shit. Anyway, so what I'm trying to tell you is there's levels to actually walking in total truth with God. And when they came at me in a sort of way where I should be careful because something could happen to my children, well, why the fuck would I stop so that you could unalive 4 million more? Huh. And if you guys think I'm Satan because I just said that, then I'm Satan. I'm here to save the world. I sent myself here. I'm positive of that. I came with all the memories, but I had to uncalcify my seat to God, which is the mark of the beast, which I believe was calcified with modern medication the day that I was born. Robert Steiner said 100 years ago something along the lines of, they will vaccinate the soul with modern medication. And they will do this in a way that makes you feel like they're helping you, so that you're not subjected to the form of spiritual life or something. I have so that you're not subjected to being a spiritual person, so that you're not subjected to hearing God inside your head all day, every day. I don't know if you guys know that all these people are NPCs and they don't have an inner monologue. Who do you think is talking to you all day? Who do you think that is? And if you can't hear him, I'm working on a guide to help you guys uncalcify your pineal tomato gland. But back to what I was saying is, okay, so they're going to come at you with that. And then it's like, and then everybody's going to have excuses. Okay, so hold on. Everybody wants to read the Bible. Did you read this right here? For today and every day. What that means to me is you guys have been reading this Bible as if it was past tense. And you think that because Jesus drank wine, that it's okay for you to be out here fucking drinking alcohol, drinking wine? Is there a recipe in here for exactly how it was made in a biblical way that would not make you the lowest vibrational person on the fucking planet? So you got pastors out here that have an excuse to not be on an herb for every single thing because they are on modern medication. So they skipped that for today and every day. They skipped it because they make an exception for themselves, and now they're making an exception for their congregation. And how the fuck is that working out for all of you right here, right now? So far, we're at 8 minutes, and I just don't see myself stopping to stop talking. Okay, so my capabilities are of this. Now, I would pray to God to have the man stop touching me, all of them. And it's just like you learn, God is not here physically to take his hand off of me in the moment. So I went out there and I'm like trying to decide, is there a God? Because how is God letting these things happen to me as a little kid? But if you guys don't know that I sent myself here to go through every obstacle until 2025, when I woke up, the Book of Enoch comes out, which is a black Ethiopian, and now I'm reading this Bible. Hold on. So I go out there and he would take me to the pet store and always trick me and tell me that I could keep the goldfish this time. No, he would come home and feed them to the fucking piranhas. And I have to watch my goldfish get their heads chopped off. I don't have a filter on. Can you tell? I'm trying to get used to it. So they would the piranhas would eat my goldfish, and I would cry every time. So I went out there. I said, God, if you're not going to make this maggot stop fucking touching me, kill the piranhas. I turned around and went back to my bed. Bitch, I woke up the next morning, them fucking piranhas, all 7 of them, floating at the top of that big ass fucking tank. Dead fucking fish swim with the current. Do you think you should get the dead meat and parasites out of your body? The lowest vibrational people have a calcified pineal gland and they're drinking alcohol. Pineal tomato gland, my battery died, and they're drinking MK Ultra, walking around talking about mind control. Looking real fucking stupid.